I'm 100% sure that if I tell you that the PTE listening module is the most important module for you, then you are probably going to laugh. But the fact is that I am 100% correct, and you also need to recognize the power of the PTE listening module as well as your listening skills that alone is able to boost not only one but 3 modules course to a great extent. Watch the full video and find out. Hey everyone, this is Anurag here from Edutrainex PT. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we are going to talk about the power of the PTE listening as well as your listening skills, how it can boost the scores of speaking, listening as well as writing. So 3 modules you are able to do and kill with one arrow. So I'm going to give you 5 steps and not only give you but also prove it to you that it can do wonders for your listening as well as the other modules that I just mentioned. If you're still struggling, then you can WhatsApp us for paid coaching. We provide unlimited classes as well as app facilities, everything included at one cost. So like and subscribe and let's begin watching those 5 steps. First things first, you need to identify which are the most important questions that give you the very marks that you require. So PT exam is a very unbalanced exam and it is an integrated exam. So questions from one module or one section will give you marks for the other modules as well. And that's how listening alone is very, very important for you. So first question that you need to think about or care about and master is write from dictation. It contributes very heavily to your listening as well as to your writing. So 3 questions types from the listening contribute heavily to your writing, which are write from dictation. The first one, around 30 to 40 marks alone can be contributed and boosted of your writing as well as your listening scores. The next one is fill in the blanks. That is also not very hard. It is relatively easy to crack. You require spellings knowledge though, but 10 to 15 points you can achieve easily. And again, both the marks are contributed to listening as well as to your writing. And the third one, again, contributing to your listening and to your writing is summarize spoken text. Now 10 to 20 points depending on whether you get 1 question or 2 questions in the exam. Some people do get 2 questions. Each of them you get 10 minutes to solve, but 10 points each. So roughly 20 points alone can come from summarized spoken text to your listening as well as to your writing. And the last but not the least, highlight incorrect words. Highlight incorrect words can fetch you up to 10 points, and this task contributes to your listening and to your reading scores. Okay, so because you are reading while you are listening, so the PT decided to give some score for the reading module as well. It doesn't contribute very heavily, but it does. And next, we're talking about the speaking questions where also you require the listening skills that you need to excel in these areas. Repeat sentence, retell lecture, or even for PT core students, which is respond to situation, or even for PT core students, which is respond to situation. The third one, respond to situation, roughly around same points what retell lecture contributes to PT academic, but all of them, they require your listening skills and you do need to have a good listening power. Repeat sentence alone as well as combined with retell lecture again can give you 30 points for your speaking as well as to your listening. So this time listening is working in your favor to boost your speaking scores as well. So this is a part of speaking questions, but it is also giving you marks for listening as well as it requires you to be a good listener. Otherwise you can't just do good in these 2 questions. Same thing in the respond to situation for the PT core students. You do get it little easier because there is also a text you can read. But again, good listening powers will enable you to give your responses properly. The next thing is to also understand which questions are not important so that you don't waste too much time on those questions. First one, multiple choice single answer from the listening module. Multiple choice multiple answer again from the listening module. Highlight correct summary and select missing word. Now all these 4 questions belong to your listening part. Highlight correct summary only appears in the PT academic. So PT core students, you need to worry about the first one, second one and the fourth one. But these 4 question types are actually waste of time. Why I'm saying waste of time is because it's not giving you that much points. 1 to 2 points depending on how many questions you get. Most of the students, they just get 1 question of each of them. So in total 3 to 4 questions and then all these questions are finished. The remaining time you are spending on the other 4 questions that I just told you in the previous slide, write from dictation, listening, fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words and summarize spoken text. The majority of your time should be devoted there. But there is a catch. You can't skip any listening part. So basically all the questions that will appear to you you will only get the skip option after you hear the audio. So that is what I was telling you. There is a catch because you're already spending some time on listening. You try to solve these questions as quickly as possible. Let's say before 30 seconds. You can definitely, if you practice properly, if you have good listening skills, then you can definitely solve the single answer, multiple answer, select missing word. If your highlight correct summary is too much reading for you, you can completely ignore this question. 1 marks and too much reading. This also contributes a little bit, only 1 point to your reading as well, but not worth it in the exam. So don't get stuck in this type of question. You do need to hear the audio, you can't skip it. So attempt the question quickly so that if you get it right, it works in your favor. The third point, before I go to the third point, I just wanted to show you some exam questions. Now this is for one question we'll do for listening fill in the blanks and the other one for write from dictation. And what I wanted to show you here is that sometimes you do get faster audios as well, different type of accents as well. So you need to be practicing and be aware of all these type of speeds that are coming in the exam. Let me just show you one example. All of you get ready with your pen and paper, or you can also type in the comments.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My theme for this session is convergence, technology change, and business practice. This is somewhat dear to my heart, in that I have spent much of the last 15 years involved in various aspects of technology and their impact on business across a broad spectrum, from applications of signal processing in manufacture right through to the use of utilization data and diary applications to improve the time utilization of the sales force.
So that was one question that you heard for listening fill in the blanks. Again, let's hear it. Another question for write from dictation.
Before the refrigerator was invented, people used underground ice houses.
So you see, these questions, if you do want to get all the repeated questions, we do offer two types of memberships. You can choose one for membership plans that we offer, YouTube Priority as well as YouTube VIP. YouTube Priority will give you the prediction files, the repeated questions that are coming in the exam. The YouTube VIP will give you a lot more, the spellings list, the vocabulary list, the templates, as well as the prediction files and some member exclusive videos as well. So depending on how much help you need, you can choose either of these plans. Both are worth it. Okay, now we also publish spelling videos and vocabulary videos every month. So if you are constrained financially, then you can watch those videos. Equally beneficial, not 100%, but yes, it will give you a lot of boost for your preparation. Now, let's see the answers. Some part of the audio was a little fast. And so what happened when you were listening? Were you able to understand all of them? Especially this particular part, various aspects of the impact on something was really fast, and it was, you have to be prepared that some parts of the audio, even though not the whole question itself, some parts can be a little faster because that's how people speak. Some things you will say slowly because you want to emphasize on it, and some things you will just say quickly. It all depends where the blank is. So if you hear something fast, then you need to scribble it down quickly so that as soon as it reaches the next one, you should still be able to hear the next one. This is the main problem that happens with many students, and they are not able to hear properly because some parts of the audio are getting faster, and by the time you see the next one, it's already crossed. So don't make that mistake. Even this particular was easy. This one was easy to recognize. We do have it in the spelling list. We do have it in the prediction files if you do want to practice the questions from there. And this was the write from dictation. The first part was fine, but the second part was a little bit quicker as compared to normal audios. So this is something that you can expect in the exam. Now, most of the students, you get normal audios, medium audios, but the catch is sometimes it can be faster. Sometimes the accent can be something that you are not very accustomed to listening. Now, point number 3 or the step number 3 is something that you have to do it on a daily basis. You have to keep on listening for 45 minutes. This is required to train your ears, to train your brains to be habitually listening and understanding different types of audios, different type of accents that are used in the exam audios. So podcasts can help you, documentaries can help you, even entertainment apps like Netflix, Amazon Prime can also help you, but you do need to disable the subtitles and just try to understand what the speakers are saying, what the actors are saying. Podcast is the best, and this is one example. betteratenglish.com category podcast. You can go to this website and you can hear or practice listening to some native English podcasts. So this is also a good website to practice, but you do need to practice every single day because this is something that is required habitually. You are not very accustomed to listening those type of native accents, and you just don't get it when it is spoken, especially at faster speeds. So do train yourself properly, and every single day you have to do it. Okay, believe me, it has worked wonders for many students, and it will work for you as well. Just do it religiously for 10 days, and then you will see the change. You will see the difference in the way you are able to attempt the questions. The fourth step is to talk about the spellings and the template. I partially covered this particular topic when I was talking about the prediction files. So this is where spellings are equally important for these three questions. Right from dictation, very much, fill in the blanks, absolutely, and summarize spoken text as well, because you are listening to everything and then you are using it in your written language. And that's why spelling is important, because all of these three are contributing to your writing scores as well. So that's why spellings become important. In fill in the blanks, you can't even use extra words. So whatever you heard, you just have to write it precisely. If you don't get the spellings correct, then you lose the points. In write from dictation, sometimes only you have to use it very wisely. Don't use too many extra words nowadays. Previously it used to work, but nowadays couple 2 to 3 maximum extra words you use only for the words that you are very confused about and you are not really sure. Okay, don't fill it with extra words. And summarize spoken text as well. If you are hearing some keywords, you do need to write them with the correct spelling, otherwise points are lost for the spelling as well as vocabulary as well as content. So that's how important spellings is. And of course, you can become our YouTube VIP member. In YouTube Priority member as well, you will get everything in the prediction files, what type of questions and what type of spellings are coming in all these type of questions. And then if you get the VIP membership, then we extract all this information separately for you so that you get a list and you don't have to do that exercise of extraction yourself. It's ready-made for you, and plus additional benefits are also given to you in the VIP membership. So if you are not sure how to join it, just go to our channel and click on join button. Now it is not enabled in all the countries, but if it is enabled for you, then you will see all these options coming. The other option is, the free option is spell quiz. Now I think it gives around 14-15 days time for you to practice, and then it gives you the audios and then you have to type the text, similar to write from dictation, but it will help you to boost your spelling powers. Okay, so you do practice the spellings on a daily basis from there. And the template is relevant in listening module for this particular question. Summarize spoken text, and if you relate listening with read a lecture, then also template applies there. Many people use very similar templates for both these questions because these are very similar. In one you are writing and the other one you are just speaking. So you can utilize similar templates, similar kind of structure in your responses. But yes, use the templates wisely. I have made a very elaborate video previously on the summarize spoken text with the latest video and the latest template. Of course, if you are a VIP member, you will get all the templates. You can download it, and examples are also given. Also, there are video links in those template files that you can watch how to use those templates. Okay, if you're not really sure. So yes, templates work, but keep it to structure-based templates, not with too many pre-memorized templates. Okay, otherwise, depending on how much score you need, it will impact that much. Okay, and the last step is, this is what I was talking about. Practice at all the speeds and practice all the accents. Okay, now if you are wondering how do I practice with your prediction files, or how do I practice with the repeated questions, now there are some free websites which can convert text to speech. This is one of them, naturalreaders.com. You can paste anything there and click on play, and then it will play the audio for that. Okay, so you can do that. We'll do one question again to listen to Australian accent, which is the most considered to be the most difficult type of English accent, because they drag some of the words when they speak. It's natural to them, but not natural to the people who are not accustomed to listening them. So yeah, you do practice in different accents. So that's how I'm telling you, when you listen to the podcast, you listen to some British English, some American English, some Australian English as well. Okay, so once you are able to do that, once you are able to practice the questions also, then you will see definitely boost in all the modules, not just listening, especially the 3 modules that I told you about. Let's do the question, and this time we'll hear an audio in an Australian accent. So So just be ready. There are 5 blanks, and there are some parts of the audio, as I told you, can be a little speedy, and the accent also you need to follow particularly.
So 2 decades later, what's changed? It's now widely recognized that just 20% of health outcomes are tied to medical care, whereas up to 60% are tied to healthy behaviors and what's called the social determinants of health. Basically, everything that happens to us for that vast majority of time when we're not in the doctor's office or the hospital. Healthcare executives now routinely remind us that our zip code matters more than our genetic code. And one healthcare publication even recently had the audacity to describe the social determinants of health as the feel-good buzzword of the year.
All right, so you listen to the audio, and that's how Australians speak. This was pretty good actually, but sometimes they do have the tendency naturally to drag the words. Like if the sentence or the greetings is good day mate, that's how we speak. They will say good day mate. That's how they drag the word. So just be accustomed to listening different types of accents. Now these are the answers that I was talking to you about, and let's see how many you were able to get. Health outcomes. Okay, it was really spoken quickly and then not very familiar to all of you. Determinants, majority, executives, and audacity. Audacity means fearlessness. So that's what it was trying to say. It was pretty clear to me and probably to most of you, but if some of the words were not clear to you, that means you need more practice, and use these steps, utilize these steps and the knowledge what you have acquired in this video to boost your plan first of all, and then to boost your skills secondly. And these were the steps you should definitely follow to perfect your listenings, and believe me, if you do that, you will see increases in your scores in the speaking module, in the writing module, in the listening of course, and then some to your reading as well. That's how important the listening module is. And in the meantime, if you do need help with the exam, do contact us on WhatsApp. We'll help you with your course. We'll give you unlimited classes and app access and everything. And if you haven't not watched our video, the real story of a girl who beat the PT exam, especially the reading module, after 15 attempts, you do go and watch them. Keep watching Edutrainex, and I'll soon be back with another interesting video on PT topics. See you soon.